Hey everyone, Bobos Gaming here, and today I have the optimized build for the support class. Now before I get started, I want to mention that the Double XP event that has been going on this entire month during the Summer Sideshow event is supposedly coming to an end today, which means that I will be waiting to the next Double XP event to level up both my Commando and Berserker, as it takes an extremely long time to get these guys up to 25 without the Double XP. Now, with that being said, I may be switching to another game to show you gameplay while I wait for a DLC to come out and then go to a primary game to once again begin making longer videos. Now, without further ado, I'll go over the build for you guys. First up, at level 5, you want to take high capacity magazines. This increases your magazine capacity by 50%. Which can be pretty huge for pretty much any class, especially for a class that relies solely on being able to hit really hard. Now, even if you do take the increased reload speed, you don't reload particularly fast, and that's why you want to take the extra ammo so you don't have to reload quite as often. Next, at level 10, rather than taking the increased total health by 50%, which really isn't necessary, you want to take Salvo, which increases your perk weapons damage by 30%, allowing you to scrap Skrakes and Flesh Pounds almost as if they were the same creature. Roughly about one mag from the AA-12 will take down a Skrake and a Flesh Pound respectively. Now, you can also use the HZ-12 multi-action, and that'll take roughly 7 shots for a Skrake, or maybe 12 for a Flesh Pound. Next, you want to take armor-piercing shot so that you can clear rooms very quickly, as opposed to taking the tight choke, which decreases shot spread by 50%. Which is nice, but with most guns, it basically just makes you fire a bullet and you won't be able to clear rooms very quickly. Also, at the range you'll still be using this, you will still need to be relatively close. Next, it becomes a really important one. You want to take Resupply Pack, as it allows your team to get 30% more ammo and 20% armor when they interact with you. It also allows you to carry 20% more ammo for your perk weapons, rather than taking the Stumble Power perk, which increases your Stumble Power by 150%. Now, honestly, you're going to make these guys stumble pretty often as is. It's a shotgun, it hit at close range, it's really going to screw these guys up. Now, I'm actually not running the optimized piece for the level 25, as I had just gotten it up to level 25 late last night, but you want to take Barrage, as it allows you to fire more rounds during Z time. It allows you to quickly clear those rooms of precarious situations for your teammates, or just to take down a Flesh Pound who may be trying to eat one of your friends. Without further ado, I'll give you guys a bit of a gameplay session for it. I'll be playing on a short match so that the video is not too terribly long. Looks like it's gotta be just me from the get-go. You need to keep in mind that you're not particularly fast with this class, so you don't have a whole lot of kiting ability, but you really don't need it, as you can see, you could take out large quantities of Zeds rather quickly, even with the base shotgun.
Start. Now finish the job. Allez.
Your face!
things off, so I can open the trader pod for you. That was the last one. Get to the indicated pod for resupply.
Lovely.
As you can see, even when a bloat or a
Patch
strake,
yourself up.
or maybe even a flesh pound gets in your
All this
way, you can
knowledge.
still shoot through them, wiping out the little guys behind them. This is great for killing those sirens that like to hide behind flesh pounds and keep the flesh pounds safe from explosives. Now, a big weapon for me is the HZ-12 multi-action, as it is relatively cheap and hits really hard. It's actually comparable to the combat shotgun, except it's not a tube-fed weapon and doesn't have quite the same fire rate. However, the damage is like a split hairs difference between the two. The combat shotgun has slightly more damage, but costs almost twice as much.
Time's up. Go kill some Zeds.
So, this is basically a tier 3 weapon for the price of a tier 2.
This isn't right.
You've dented down numbers, but there are plenty left.
Lights.
This gun also has a 2-round burst type fire that if you don't time your shots, you'll send off 2 very rapid succession shots, but it will take a little longer for that
Really ornamental.
pump action to reload both shots.
Lovely.
You're a little bloody, but you'll live. Bring up the trading controls and upgrade your gear.
Someone should pay.
You need to make sure that during round 4 to 5 you max out your armor and
We're
you
almost
keep it
out of
maxed
time.
out, even
Make
if
your
it costs
choices.
you not to proceed with a weapon, as it becomes very important due to the fact that you can't just sprint away from all the Zeds. Especially in Suicidal or Hell on Earth, the Zeds will be much faster than you, and you have to rely on being able to take a little bit of punishment while you wipe them out. Now, hopefully, if you're playing Suicidal or Hell on Earth, you have a field medic with you who's running the buff build, who will be able to increase your speed by up to 30%, allowing you to run away from Skrakes and Flesh Pounds. If not, you want to use the 2-round shot function of this weapon to rapidly take them down.
We've got a strike.
As you can see, I'm about to do this myself to take this big guy down.
Out, but the Zeds remain.
Nice. My boots. Don't face. Let's round the team.
Oh, hello.
I can't see.
Another thing you want to make sure you do is to keep your grenades up, as these will help you take care of flesh pounds much more quickly. Roughly 5 of these will knock down a flesh pound to half health, even on a 6-man hard,
Finish the last ones
and
off.
roughly half health on a 6-man suicidal, which can mean quickly the life and death of a friend or yourself.
That's you really do. Make for the pod and gear up.
Now, it should be noted that you're not like the Firebug where you're
That's
immune to your
correct.
own Molotovs. You will
took me
take
down
damage
hard.
from your fragmentation grenades if you are too close to them. Now, the other weapon you want to make sure you have is the AA-12. so that you can rapidly clear rooms, and the HZ-12 multi-action becomes a backup weapon when your AA-12 runs out of ammo. Now, what you want to do with the AA-12 is you want to make sure not to put it on single fire, but you want to treat it like a semi-automatic weapon. You just want to rapidly hit the fire button, wiping out the Zeds quite quickly, and then moving on. That way, if you get into a very sticky situation, you don't have to hit the button to switch fire modes right off the bat, costing you a little extra time.
Break time's over. Get back to work. More Zeds inbound.
Sleek, shiny junk. Wonder what it's worth. Easy as pie. Merde!
Start. Now finish the job. Allez.
Dead monster! Bam! Down you go.
As you can see, we have double flesh pounds here. I'm going to go ahead and seal a door so that I can very quickly handle them and then get over here.
One of those close cows. That door won't last forever. Careful! We've got a stalker breaking around. That door's going to go soon! They sent a flash!
Dispatch out. Nice work. We can reopen the training pods.
Oh, love my guns.
Well, there's some Zeds too for you.
Spend freely. Things are about to
Finally,
get
you
serious.
come to the boss round where your primary job switches from being a support room clearer to just the job of a heavy damage dealer. As with this AA-12, you will literally melt the boss's health, even on the harder difficulties with the max lobby. Your damage output is actually pretty insane with this class, even though the name of it is a support, due to the types of weapons you're
Zeds on the
using.
way. Start to wrap things up, as they say.
Lovely.
It should be mentioned that it's not entirely unlikely that you will get the
Last chance.
trophy
I have to power
for
down
killing
the
the
bomb.
Patriarch with this class, as this class can rapidly deal the damage needed to drop the Patriarch before he heals, so long as you're using the AA-12.
Pods
If
closed.
you're using the other ones,
Make a
there is no
difference.
guarantee that you would actually get the trophy. It seems we got Hans Volter. A deal with Hans Volter is his shields are actually pretty susceptible to your shotguns, and you can quickly melt those as well, which can help your team quickly eliminate him rather than having to go through the re-heal stage where he's basically put himself back to full health.
Shit, 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 shit!
I grow tired of this game. Time to try the next phase. Fools! That was the easy part. What I have for you next, Peggy. Why did not kill you? I will use more gas. More gas.
You still need to be careful, however, as in the last stage, you don't have the oomph to survive the live grenades that he will be using.
Who said you could go on living?
And there you go. I hope you found this build to be helpful. If you liked the video, please feel free to like, subscribe, and comment. Hopefully I will get the Commando video up before the double XP event ends, but if not, I will be switching to a new game. Until then, have a good day and enjoy the Zeds.